Museum Village opened its doors in the 1950s. Its collection compiled by electrical entrepreneur Roscoe Smith. Museum Village was constructed on a portion of the Smith farm. The village contains a large number of artifacts that date from the mid-1800s to the early 1900s. This varied collection includes articles and inventions that range from early steam-powered equipment to a one-room schoolhouse. The schoolhouse, authentic in every detail, is a place where schoolteacher Cornelia Conklin may still be conducting class. I don't know what we'll find during tonight's investigation, but I can guarantee you we will bring you the evidence. All right, this is Louis and Steve inside the pharmacy. We're going to start with the Mel Meter and see if we get any kind of a readings or if any of the objects that were handled by the pharmacist during his long career.
But it's not giving any
Nothing
readings,
off anything
so,
that
yes.
would have been touched.
And no readings at all. Let's go try this way.
All right.
Hi, this is the Visual Paranormal team with Tina, Louis, Steve, and Mary Jo. We have some guests here with us, Amanda and Allie, and we're just here to learn about you, and we come with meaning no harm, no disrespect. Mr. Vernon, we understand that this was your place and all the items in here belong to you. So we were kind of hoping that you were still here and you would be willing to communicate with us. Is Charles Vernon still with us?
Mr. Vernon, can you please make a noise for us?
Amanda got touched earlier on her head when we were here just setting up. And I'm just wondering if that was you, or maybe perhaps if it's somebody else, can you please let us know what your name is?
Mr. Vernon, are you uncomfortable with the fact that there's a lot of people right here right now?
Are there any children in here with us?
I feel a pounding headache. Will you be able to make me a remedy for this pounding headache I have? For this pounding headache I have?
Are you happy that your drugstore is part of the Museum Village and there's a lot of visitors that come to see it?
We know that you were proud of your drugstore. You kept it for many years, and you must have had a great attachment to it. We're just wondering if perhaps that attachment is continuing to some degree.
I got it. My eyes have been bothering me for the last couple of weeks. Is there anything you can do to help me? Can you check my eyes?
Okay, this is Louis and Tina. We are doing a ghost box section on the pharmacy right now. And we're gonna turn it on. And let's rate it.
What kind of work did you do here? Hi.
Who are you? Can you tell us your name?
Can you please tell us how many spirits are in this room right now?
What is the name of the man who owns his pharmacy? Can you tell me the name of the owner of the pharmacy? Who's the spirit making noises in the back?
You're going to have to talk really clearly, please. Can you answer one of our questions?
No one's ever spoken to you before in this way. Do you find this hard to communicate?
Someone says a little.
The devices here won't hurt you. You're okay to go ahead and manipulate them.
You can get energy from this. Go for it.
We have two girls here with us that went to another location. Can you tell me what house they went to? School!
Good.
Good, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for answering that question.
Are you the one that touched the back of her head?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What was her name? What was her name?
What is her name?
Amanda.
Can you tell me please, can you see us clearly? I'm curious to know how you see us.
Oh my God.
What happened to you?
Somebody just touched me. They just touched my head.
Are you Tina's ex-husband? Yeah.
That was my husband when he died, actually.
Hello. I told you.
Yeah? My husband passed away. Amanda's dad. Long time ago.
That's her dad. Right.
What was the name? What was my husband's name? Tell me what your name was. Prove it to me. Tim.
Oh wow. That was a Tim.
Oh my God. Yes.
Is there a female spirit here as well? Because I heard a female voice earlier.
Any female that wants to communicate.
All right, you want to call this session?
Yeah.
We're going to say goodbye now. Is there anything else you want to say?
We want to thank you for communicating if you did.
follow us. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. She said yes.
Hi, we're actually going to do an EVP session. We are at Museum Village and we are in the Schoolhouse where Mrs. Cornelia Conklin was said to teach. We actually have a picture of her so we know what she looks like. We had some girls in here earlier that were asking some questions and they did get some responses. It would appear from Cornelia.
Amanda and Allie went to the schoolhouse before I had a chance to set up a static camera. What follows is what they captured on their digital recorder.
Can you tell me your first name? Can you tell me your first name? Out of all the books that you've read, what was your favorite? English.
We really appreciate all the hard work that you put into the kids as you were a teacher here, and we'd really like for you to communicate with us if you possibly can and would like to. Earlier tonight, the two girls that were in here, could you give me one of their names, please? Both girls are still in school, and they're in high school. Can you please tell me the name of their high school?
Miss Conklin, I don't know if it's Miss or Mrs. Were you married?
Did you have any children of your own?
How many years did you teach in this schoolhouse?
Is it possible for you to touch Steve or I? Just to let us know that you're here with us?
I'm going to hold out my hand. And if you could you touch my hand, please? I'm friendly. I mean no harm. I would just like you...
I heard something in the corner. Did you hear that?
I heard a clicking sound.
Yeah. Was that you?
Can I come up there, Mrs. Conklin? Is that all right? You could touch me. Or make a noise. Or give me some sign that you hear me, that you know that I'm coming here, and I mean no disrespect. You could touch me. Or see, there's a stool there and the fireplace to keep you warm and your desk. Now, I was a teacher. I'd like to know if I can sit in your desk. If I could sit in this chair at your desk, if that would be all right. You're going to have to tell me if you don't want me to sit in your chair. Make some sound. And let me know. Okay? And there's Tina. And I'm here at the teacher's desk.
Mr. Galante, I have a question.
Yes, Tina.
What is the meaning of life?
Life is like a beanstalk, isn't it?
I don't understand.
Neither do I. All right, Mrs. Conklin. I'm sitting at your desk. I hope this doesn't make you angry. And I'm going to reach up and I'm going to touch your bell. And I'm going to ring your bell.
You look very creepy up there.
Did that frighten you, Mrs. Conklin? Or did that annoy you? I didn't mean to. I'm just trying to find some way to communicate with you, to let you know we mean you no harm.
Okay, so Steve, I'm not even shitting you. As God is my witness, I just saw something move back there.
To my left?
I saw a shadow figure. Yep. And I'm wondering if it's any kind of movement. Can you sit still again?
All right.
And sit exactly where you were, and let me see. Could it possibly be a car driving by?
But I didn't see any light come in through the window.
I didn't either, and that's why I said something. And I saw it twice.
And it was to my left.
Yes. And I'm wondering, see now, you have your arm out, right?
Right.
Okay. Did you move your arm at all before?
No.
Not at all.
No. Not sticking it out like this.
I can't explain it. It was right in the corner. It happened twice. Once coming towards you and once going away from you, which is why I'm confused. If it was a car, it would have come in towards you or away from you both times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have switched up direction.
Yeah, well, light is only going to travel one way. I'm not seeing any car lights coming through this place at all.
Then that's the first shadow I've ever seen.
And it was towards the corner.
It came right out of the corner and it came right towards you, and then went back the other way.
Can you please come and do that again, Mrs. Conklin, if that's you? Now, I'm trying to get as much of this whole area as I can.
That was weird.
All right, Mrs. Conklin.
Was that you?
Although we did have a static camera set up in the schoolhouse, the angle was not wide enough to capture the shadow figure that Tina saw.
Did they range in ages?
All right, you want to call it?
Yeah.
While recording daylight footage in the schoolhouse, my camera captured this unexplained light anomaly. If you'll notice in this replay, it moves from the upper left-hand side of the screen to the lower right. In freeze frame, you can see this is not a bug, and its movement is not that of dust. Exactly what this is, I cannot explain.
This is the Visual Paranormal team, and we are here at Museum Village. We are in a log cabin that was originally built in the 1700s. We're actually going to move forward and do a ghost box session, and we're going to try to communicate with whoever might be here. This is Tina, Lewis, Mary Jo, and Steve.
Ready?
Yeah. Are there any spirits here that like to communicate with us?
Can you tell us a name? Please.
Thought I heard a girl speak. Can you say your name again?
Who's the original owner of this cabin? You want to ask Steve?
Yeah. How many people at one time lived in here. Were there any children who lived in this cabin?
Are you from England?
No.
Where are you from? Here?
New York.
Here.
Here, he's from here.
Okay, that's good. So what is your name?
Horace, it sounded like. Were you married?
No.
Did I hear the name of Phillips earlier?
Do you used to work in this property here?
Did you fight in the American Revolutionary War?
Do you know Mr. Roscoe, the owner of the property?
Do you want us to leave? If you want us to leave, just say the word leave and we'll leave.
I thought it said two male voice, right?
Yeah.
I heard two voices say, let's go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, can you say it a little louder?
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
All right, we're ending. So until next time.
Thank you again. Sorry to disturb you.
Wow.
All right, now we're in the energy house, which houses a lot of machinery, steam-driven motors, and other devices, and we're going to do a session in here, an EVP session and an ovula session. Right now I'm heading back to where we believe we heard some noises earlier. We're going to start with an EVP. I've also left the ovulus running with a recorder next to it to record anything that it might say. And I'm heading down now with the digital recorder. Now, where did you say you heard the sounds?
In the back, towards the left.
Towards the left?
Yeah, I heard.
All right, somebody want to take this? All right, I'm going to move back to where you heard the sounds.
Watch the REM pod.
Okay,
It's right in the middle there.
I see it.
Yes, towards you. Right.
All right. Is there anybody back here who would like to communicate with us? Was anyone in this building hurt while working on any of these machines? Were you injured and killed by working on these machines?
We do have a device in the middle of the floor here that will set an alarm off. Again, it won't hurt you. If you go anywhere near it, it'll set it off and touch the device and it will set off the alarms, and again, it won't hurt you. Or as I said earlier, you can walk up to any one of us or in some way communicate. Can you bang for us? Did anybody just hear that?
Yeah, I heard something.
If you were one of the men that worked here, were you married? Did you have a family?
It's a good question. Did you leave behind children?
How many children did you leave behind? Did anyone work for General Electric in Schenectady, New York? Did anyone work for General Electric in Schenectady, New York? Is there anyone here that was in the Grand Union Hotel in Saratoga, New York?
Are you trying to tell us something through the ovulus?
Although we left the ovulus running throughout the entire EVP session, we only recorded a few words. These words had no apparent relationship to any of the questions being asked or the location itself. During our time at the Energy House, we recorded no unusual activity. However, upon reviewing the footage shot by Lewis, we discovered this possible light anomaly. Here, in this freeze frame, you can clearly see that the object is not a bug. Exactly what it is, we don't know. Here you see another unexplained light anomaly moving from the top of the bench on the right-hand side of the screen. This is the livery. They have some wagons here as well that people use to travel. And we're going to start an EVP session, and I'm going to kick it off with the first question. Are there any spirits still connected to this hearse that I'm going to shoot now? Can you tell us your name? I'm Steve, that's Lewis.
I'm Tina.
There's Tina. And we would like to speak to you. We would like to hear from you. Are there any spirits connected to any of the carriages in this room? Either as drivers or owners?
Have you seen the hearse in this side?
Yeah.
It has the coffin on it too.
Yep.
What was the main purpose of the carriages? Was it to go to town to get supplies? Or was it used for some other purpose? Or was it used for some other purpose?
Why are you tied to this place? Or to these objects?
In what town this hearse was used? And can you tell me the year?
Do you choose to stay here? Do you choose to stay here? How many bodies did you have in that hearse?
That's a good question. How many people were carried to their final rest in this hearse? That's a good question. How many people were carried to their final rest in this hearse? Anyone want to try a ghost box session?
Sure.
All right, this is a spirit box session in the livery. And we're going to do that now.
What time you used to work? How many spirits are here with us?
5.
5.
Okay, thank you.
If there's 5 here with us, are you willing to communicate with us?
Are you afraid of us? Yes. Don't be. We are not here to hurt you in any way.
Can you bang something or move something in here just to let us know that you're here with us?
Please.
What's the matter, Lewis?
Hold on.
Something's back there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's calling my attention.
Yeah, he's getting my attention. Should we notice I keep looking back there?
That's where I heard the noise earlier. Remember I said I heard a noise?
I
Yes.
thought you meant that way.
No, it was back towards the left side of the door, the open door.
Can you close the door for us? Can you move that door?
Thank
Yes?
you.
I heard yeah.
No, I heard get out.
I heard get out too. Move the door and we'll get out.
Hey, look, you want us to leave, you're going to have to do something.
Just move the door.
Are you bound to these objects? I want to know that. Like Lewis asked, are you stuck here? Wow.
Getting nothing done.
All right, you want to call it?
Are you guys done communicating with us now?
While investigating the livery, Lewis's full-spectrum camera captured this strobing light anomaly. This strobing anomaly appears in the center of the frame, moves slowly down, and exits the right-hand lower portion of the frame. Museum Village is a place where time has stood still, where you could walk the streets and view the artifacts of the past. And perhaps as you stand in these buildings, you are not alone. The personal experiences, EVPs, and intelligent responses we received during this investigation suggest this may well be the case.